Hi everyone, this is Cyrus for bestebookreaders.com. Today I'm showing you Kindle Paperwhite 2013 versus the very first Kindle that was released. It's really a blast from the past. Just wanted to show how far Amazon has come with its Kindle devices. So you can see it's a very thick device and it had these little buttons or big buttons for navigation. It had internet connection that you could turn on and off in the back. You had the battery that you could remove, which was what I liked the most. You had your SD card reader. Can you imagine now you have to really do something special to get a device that has SD card reader? Even Apple devices do not have them. As far as the screen goes, it's still quite awesome to read. Now this device has only about a few hours of work. We tested it. I don't know if you remember, our channel was removed, so a lot of our videos were lost, but the display is still pretty awesome. Even though it's not fast, it's not as fast as your Kindle Paperwhite. You don't get the light feature. So, I mean, these are the big differences. At the same time, you had this little navigation item and these buttons, and you had your experimental features, and it still gets connection, internet connection, even though I'm not sure if the Sprint deal with Amazon is still going or not. As for older Kindles, I mean, this is a very old device, so, but it still gets the internet connection. If I can actually load the internet. So you had to go to your experimental, and you had your basic web. So yeah, it really needs registration, even though this is actually registered with my account. So I wasn't expecting it to work. It probably does, but that's not really the point of this video. Just wanted to show you how different it looks now, your Kindle versus the one before. It even had volume buttons. So it was really a more primitive version of Kindle. The only thing that I really like about it, I mean, the display is still great. You can still use this as a good e-reader, but the battery, I'm personally a big fan of devices that let you change the battery. I don't believe that if your device dies, you have to take it to a repair shop to change the battery. You can obviously go to iFixit and pick up the instructions on how to do it yourself and find the battery and replace it if possible. It's not always possible. But I personally like that feature, but at the same time, it's very thick and it was very expensive. I think it was $400 or something, maybe more. I can't remember, but it wasn't really cheap, and that's what you pay for being an early adopter. I remember those days when I had this and I was doing our reviews in my office, people were looking crazy, like, oh, do you think ebook readers are going to take off? And now look at it now, and you have Kindle Paperwhite, and you also have tablets that can serve as ebook readers. So, awesome devices. I personally like the back, actually. It was more like artistic and short, smaller Amazon icon here. Now the new Kindle actually has a huge Amazon.com. I think that's ugly, but that's my opinion. Just, you don't get the light, you don't get the thinness, you don't get the speed in the older Amazon Kindle. So, but there are other Amazon Kindles that we had and reviewed, actually. The Amazon Kindle keyboard. Now this was before they did the branding that we got this. There was the Pearl display was coming out and everyone was excited about it, and it's actually a pretty decent device, except it's not touch screen, but it's pretty good for reading. And even though this device is, again, a few years old, still works just fine and it still holds battery. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just that the new ebook readers are now faster, and just, I mean, the difference with the speed, and you can touch at the screen, it's very much different. Now, the last Kindle before the Kindle Paperwhite was the Kindle Touch, and now this one was actually it had a touch screen display, so you could actually. Now this is obviously faster. It has the light, which is not a fair comparison. Let me turn that off, and let me make it bigger. much easier to operate when you can actually change the font size with your hands versus just going through the menu here. But it's a little bit faster. Obviously, it has a faster processor. It has the light. It has a better browser. I would say it still has issues. We covered in another video that it actually crashes Kindle Paperwhite, the browser, if you go to a site like Mashable. But there you have it. Comparison of just some old Kindles. Really just wanted to show you how far the Kindles have come. And again, this is thinner, which is expected. Newer model, the back. This used to have just Kindle, and Amazon was a small icon. You had your ports and pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. Just wanted to give you a blast from the past, from older Kindles that we have in our office. Maybe we'll give them away at some point. I'm not sure who wants them. We've tried giving away stuff that we get to review, and people either want a new device or they don't want an old technology. So it's one of those things, and that's why they're sitting here and show up in our videos once in a while. Thanks again for watching, guys.